What is the best Luffy action figure? Over the years, we've gotten a fair amount of Luffy action figures. Some were good, and some were bad. But there was one that was amazing, and that I consider it the best Luffy action figure ever. The Imagination Works Luffy by Tamashii Nations. This is such a beautiful and fantastic figure, but he wasn't originally going to look like this. He was first going to look like this. Yeah, I'm so glad they didn't go this version, because you can see that they were going to do his arms as rubber, like how the Imagination Works Goku was, and I heard that rubber did not age that well at all. So they scrapped the rubber idea for the arms and gave us this version instead. Man, am I glad they did, because when they first revealed this revamped version, I was genuinely impressed. The promo pic shown just how amazing this figure was. And what's that? That's right, hockey arms. This figure is already beautiful, but after seeing that it comes with hockey arms, this became a must-have figure. Now, I have had this figure since it released in 2022, and have already made a stop motion review of this guy, but since I do reviews like this now, I figured I'd give this figure the glory it truly deserves. So with that being said, let's get this review started. First off, the look is based off him in the Wano arc, which is a look that I really like for Luffy. His shirt is cloth that has bendy wire in it, so it can fit to his body better and you can move it around when posing. And yes, the shirt is removable. Just removing the shirt adds even more fun and creativity to this guy. Sadly, the red from the shirt has rubbed off onto the body over time. That is definitely a bummer, but despite that, he still looks really freaking badass with his shirt off. While his shirt is off, we can fully see his scar. Nothing much to say about it except it looks really cool. And we can see some of Luffy's muscles. Then his shorts are sculpted and painted really nicely. They did such an amazing job with his shorts. On the back we can see his Yonko cape, which can be removed. It just clips on and off his collar and it stays on pretty well. I prefer to display this Luffy with it on, but sometimes while posing I prefer it off, so I really love that it is removable. Then his hat is so freaking well detailed. Like, we can see the 3 claw marks that Buggy left on Luffy's hat, and they even put the stitching over it. The hat is colored and detailed so damn well, it almost looks like a real hat. Overall, in the looks department, this guy is freaking fantastic. But you might be thinking, so what if he looks good? Tamashii makes figures that look good all the time, but they are still crap due to horrible QC. Well, guess what? This guy doesn't have any major QC issues. He moves and feels great. This guy is a breath of fresh air when posing. Now, he does have like 1 or 2 design choices that is questionable, but we'll cover those when we get to articulation segment. There is one major thing about this figure that would definitely deter others from purchasing. He isn't a 1/12 scale figure, he is 1/9 scale. That means he won't scale with your SH Figure Arts, your Mayfex, your Reveltech, none of that. He would scale more with your Mega House and Storm Collector's figures, which doesn't bother me since I collect those lines, but I could see this driving people away from the figure. But it's still a great figure that I would recommend to any One Piece fan. So overall, this guy's a fantastic figure. So now, let's check out his accessories. This figure comes with a lot of accessories that add so much to this figure. First off, he comes with 2 different heads. One that is made to wear his hat, and one that is made for not wearing his hat. When his hat is off his head, they included 2 hat hanging options for this figure. One that is made for his hat hanging with the cape on, and then one for when the cape is off. It is really cool that they included these 2 options. Now let's talk about these interchangeable faces. It comes with 5 interchangeable faces, and they all have interchangeable eyes. I'm going to mention this now. For you to know what eyes go on what face, look at the number on the back of the eyes, and find the faceplate with the number that matches. You will see eye sets that have 2 numbers. That signifies that you can use that set on 2 different faces. For example, this eye set has a 1 and a 4 on it, so it can go with faceplates either 1 or 4. So after explaining that, let's check out his faces. The first faceplate it comes with is a teeth grinning face. This is Luffy's signature smile nailed to a T. It looks amazing. And you can use 3 of the interchangeable eyes on this face. Looking straight, to the left, and to the right are the eye options for this face. Next it comes with a closed mouth smiling face. I really love this faceplate. Most figures of Luffy choose a normal big smile, so it is nice that they included this as an option with this figure. This faceplate shares the eyes as a teeth grinning face. Luffy then comes with a stern resting face. This face is unique as it's the only face to not share a set of eyes with another. The options for this face are looking up, to the left, and to the right. Next is another stern resting face, but his brows are more tint, and his eye set is what makes his face amazing. The iconic dilated pupils that One Piece characters get when they are serious, angry, or using Conqueror's Eye. I love that they included these eyes. The 3 options that this face comes with is eyes looking up, to the left, and to the right. Then, lastly for faces, he comes with an angry teeth gritted face. I really love the tense brow, and I'm guessing the forehead veins or wrinkles that he has going on. And this faceplate shares the same eyes as the previous one. Overall, for the faces, I love them. The ability to swap the eyes really sets this figure onto another level. Now, I do wish it came with an angry yelling face and a goofy expressionate face, as those are much desired faces. Luffy then comes with 7 interchangeable hands for his normal forearms. He comes with 2 fisted hands, 2 karate chop hands, 2 jet pistol hands, and 1 open hand that is made to recreate the iconic image of Luffy holding onto his hat. Earlier you might have heard me say normal forearms, which implies that he comes with some non-normal forearms, and that's right, this bad boy comes with hockey arms. This is a dream come true, a Luffy figure coming with some actual accessories. These hockey forearms look fantastic. They are a nice and black glossy paint that blend themselves onto the forearm. These forearms come with 2 fisted hands, 2 karate chop hands, and 2 jet pistol hands. To put the forearms on, all you gotta do is pop the normal ones off and then put these on in their place. And when these are on, this figure is levitated to even higher levels. Like, this is so damn badass. I am so happy that it comes with these hockey forearms. Also, I noticed that his lower legs can pop off like his forearms. He doesn't come with any hockey effects for his lower limbs, but this makes me wonder that he could have potentially came with some. Then lastly, for accessories, he comes with a stand. Stand is pretty cool, as it has the figure's name on it, so it makes the figure feel even more premium. I love the accessories that he comes with, as they make an already amazing figure even more amazing. So now, let's check out how this guy can move. First, his head can look this far upwards, it can look this far downwards, his head can look side to side, and gets a great amount of head tilt all around. He has a neck joint, and it can move around a decent bit. His shirt doesn't hinder much articulation, as his arms can go this far upwards. He has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, they get a great amount of bend and good wrist movement. His arms can go this far forwards and then this far backwards. It's now time to go over a design choice that left a lot of people asking questions, such as, does he have an ab crunch? And the answer is yes, he does. The torso is a soft rubber, so he can actually crunch pretty well. Sadly though, there is no upper diaphragm articulation. He does have waist articulation, as it can allow the figure to bend this far forwards and then this far backwards, and then it can twist. Then for his legs, they can go a pretty damn good way upwards, not a lot going backwards, and then they go this far outwards. He has a thigh swivel, double jointed knees that are hindered some by his shorts, despite having the back flap on the shorts. But this is still better knee flexion than most Luffy figures. He then has good ankle articulation and a toe joint. Overall, in my opinion, this is the best articulation on any Luffy figure. Yeah, not having an upper diaphragm joint isn't ideal, but let's be honest, how many figures do we get nowadays with an upper diaphragm joint and it doesn't even work? So I'm not even tripping about this guy not having one, as he poses better than Luffy figures that do have one. Let's now do some figure comparisons. First, here he is next to the SH Figuarts Luffy. Here we can see the size difference between the two, and we can see just how superior the Imagination Works Luffy is over the SH Figuarts version. The likeness and engineering is way better on Imagination Works. Here he is next to the Mega House Luffy, then here he is next to the Mega House Ace. I think these actually scale pretty well. Also, I love using Ace's fire effects on this Luffy, and wow, it really makes posing this guy even more fun with just how great the fire and hockey arms go together. Then here he is next to Mega House Zoro. Here he is next to the Mega House Wano Luffy Taro and Zoro Jotaro. Here he is next to Mega House Sabo. Here he is next to the SH Figuarts Gear 5 Luffy. Next, here he is next to the SH Figuarts Kaido. Then here he is next to Demonographic Goku. And lastly, here he is next to Storm Collectibles Yujiro Hanma. To sum things up, this is the best Luffy action figure that is currently on the market. He looks beautiful, poses really well, and has some freaking badass accessories. Of course, the only downside to this figure is that he isn't 1/12 scale, but I don't let that stop me from having fun with this figure. Plus, my Baki Tours are 1/12 scale, so it works out with having them someone to fight. When I got this guy, he was like $85, and now he's going to run you easily over $180 brand new. I definitely recommend getting this guy if you can get him for a good deal. It's a shame they stopped doing this line, because Luffy is one of Tamashi's best figures ever. But the first two releases of Goku and Vegeta weren't the best, so I really feel like they killed this line. And if I can remember right, I think they were going to make an Imagination Works Naruto, and I was honestly hoping for them to make a Zoro. But this line is dead, so we'll probably never get them. It's a shame, because this figure is amazing, and I was expecting great things from this line after its release. But to wrap this video up, this is the best Luffy action figure, and one of my personal favorite figures in my collection. Let me know, would you want Tamashi to bring this line back, and who would you want them to make? That's it for this one, guys. I hope y'all really enjoyed this video, and by now, y'all should know, One Piece is on top.